Wonderful morning, the happy beginning for the week, the fullest first week for the January month 2026. We are standing now. This is pre-market outlook discussion, starting with the brisk and belief on the behavioral analysis, what we have been giving as an outcome for you make a trading decision or an investment-oriented decisions. Hope it had actually helped you all to track with clarity, confidence, and more than all, the trend-based behavioral analysis, what we have been trying to make you all understand is giving as much as possible outcomes or results that may be treated as a proof. So that proofs was the only one thing we can have to revise and take the lessons from them. And based on that, we can also construct a new kind of the approaches for the trading and investment oriented actions. So in that manner, the historic close the Nifty gave on the last trading day with a close about 26,300 that I made successfully after many attempts it has taken by the way of acquiring volume around the support zones that was particularly around 25,700. Whenever it is trying to breach that level, it could not close below to that level as per our forecast, because that was the behavior it has been witnessing. So we have very advancedly predicted that one until otherwise closing below 25,740. Nothing to be worried, like we have so now and then mentioned. After that, the attempts from the around the support zones and all taken, it has tried to break the resistance point, and anyhow the several failures when it is trying to break out the important resistance zones through the way of giving an all-time high also, because after this December 1st one, total month trapped under the December 1st high and low. So that was the attempt, the total month taken by the Nifty, and it has been successfully completed and accomplished in the ended week. So that 26,300 after closing above this particular point, what one can expect from the markets move from the positional aspect means that is very important. Don't just focus on the day trading. Just look out the positional trading based strategies, and the discussions we have made throughout the reports in today's one, or even you can get back something important information about what we have discussed during the recent Saturday's one for the weekly market outlook session we have conducted. There we have discussed all about the total January month and even for the entire year 2026 also. We have pitched on with the levels, strategies, where the Nifty can move, what the levels should be watched out, what the high can be expected from the Nifty on the 2026 year. And along with this information, we have also mentioned the thing about 2026 years, the range, behaviorally, the shift in the range can be expected around the zone of 26,700. That was very keenly we have explained about the thing, why this 26,700 is going to act as a shifting zone for the 26th year. Because after closing consecutively or after sustaining above the point of 26,700, you will be seeing that the strength it is going to gain and the behavior it is going to witness will be in a different manner when compared to the 2025 year. The construction will be somewhat solid when compared to the previous year, and the volatility also most probably will be curbed and reduced manner we can see after 26,700 close or sustainability above will be happening. So in that manner, the 26,700 is going to act as a core range of behavioral one. When the behavior is getting changed, that can be very, easily observed by the way of seeing the point above 26,700, the Nifty is trading. So in that manner, the 26,700 should be noted down, and you can mark it on any of your diary or systems, wherever it is. You can make an alert in whatever the mode you can do this. After this 26,700 is being witnessed through the way of closing above and sustaining above this point, means you can see the market would be expected to hit the high of 28,800 during the 26. So that may be based on the time period it is getting taken, and which is happening before March, means high probability will be there before September or October. We can see the 26,800. If it is taking a more time to give that confirmation of closing about 26,700 as a behaviorally shift zone, there the chance for hitting 28,800 may be getting delayed, which may happen during December of 2026. But there is high probability of hitting that 28,800. Let's see. The year also maybe end with around 9 to 10% higher than the 2025 year. So 2025 year close was around 26,100. And when compared to that point, the 10% of that, almost to 2,600 points we can expect for the Nifty to close 2026 year. These are all the important predictions we discussed in Saturday's meeting, recently conducted Saturday's meeting. So just a summarized based one we wanted to discuss with you all who are all missed there. So who are all actually not participated there can get the information here, like the intention we have, and we have shared this. Coming back to the pre-market session, the markets opening will be on the cautiously positive because some disturbances are there again resumed, like the geopolitical tensions between Venezuela and US, and the US tariff actions may be getting resumed if the as per the president of US, that means noted that the issue between US and Russia, if India is not helping them, and the tariff hike may be again resuming, like the messages given by the president, that is also a notable one to be watched out in this January. And near-term volatility or a caution will be created based on these actions, the two actions what we have discussed. So until then, the cautious approach can be made with the levels what we are telling should be keenly monitored, closely we are watched out. Then the behavior change, what and all we are actually giving you through the way of alert, through the way of discussion in the pre-market or wherever the possible ways we can achieve. So that way we will be intimating you all. Take a note of this particular point, means you should be very cautious in the way to approach the market, particularly on the long side, even though the bullish trend is intact till now. So the opening would be on the positive side with a cautious manner. After opening, the trend may be trying to give a volatile kind of actions because the India's volatility index also predicted to be bottoming out. If it is bottomed out, you should actually do the trades on the bull side, if it is particularly, means very, very cautiously. And for that, one can get an indication that the bottoming out happen on the India volatility index, means that may be noted after the point of 11. That means after 11 as a level on the volatility index value, you can get the signal about the further movement towards a 14 also can be expected. So from 11 close to 11 above close to 14, if it is, means you can think of almost 30% of volatility we can expect from the index. If it is happening, so the chance for Nifty drifting down by forming the temporary top during the January itself, and the top may not be achieved immediately until the budget session, giving a clue for any bottom out or break out of the previous high it is trying to form. So this is what the positional based perspective we are having, and we are actually sharing with you all the same to make you all understand about the going forward, how the behavior would be on the benchmark indexes side. So if it is trying to form a temporary kind of top, means you should be very aware to reduce the long positions, focusing on the short positions, and provided the 11 above, if the India volatility index closes, you should be very, very keenly watching where the position should be cut off and where it should be entered with the intention of selling side. So these are all the things one should keenly watch out. And for the day, as long as the Nifty is staying above 26,100, is a cushion for the Nifty to maintain the bullishness. There is no need of constructing a heavy position on long side, even though that support of 26,100 is being held. But one can think of a risk-based traders can increasingly move with the long positions accelerated once the 26,400 to 450 points, that means levels getting breached. So otherwise, if the 26,100 to 26,000 levels are getting approached by the Nifty in today's trend, that will be a chance for the long traders to build the heavy longs until otherwise it is not closing 26,000 below. So these are all the strategies for intraday one can follow. In case the 25,950 getting broken, means there should not be any long build-up thereafter, and even though the existing positions can be cut off thereafter, provided that 25,950 is getting broken and sustaining below to that point at least for 15 minutes is a great signal for the Nifty to witness a sharp downside rally, to witness any buying kind of actions around the support zone of 25,700 again. Interimly, 25,880 would be a signal for you for the correction is whether getting started or not. To know this point, the 25,880 with a decisive manner, it's need a breakdown. Otherwise, the bounce may be happening between 25,880 to 25,950 levels. There onwards, again 26,000 to 26,100 can be approached with an intention of attracting selling again on the same zone. These are all the overall strategies for the day one can follow. Hope you all understand the strategies we have discussed till now. And from the positional perspective, as long as the 25,700 is being held for the Nifty, there is no doubt every meaningful dips will be attracted by the heavy demand at the around the zone for the buying, and the bounces as expected will also being executed, and there one can see the high on high kind of patterns till it is holding 25,700 from the positional perspective. This may be validated until it is maintaining this level, and once it closes below 25,700 for the consecutive 2 trading sessions, that is required to see the bearish kind of actions on the Nifty. And anyhow, the immediate positional based support also the witness, that means accelerated from the 25,700 to 26,000 as a whole, a psychological support that also may be treated as a positional, that means treated for 1 or 2 to 3 day trading days, 1 or 2 or 3 trading days. Until 3 trading days, one can actually focus this 26,000 as a positional support. But overall, strong, the final base support would be on 25,700 only. And for the day, the sectors like automobile, based on the sales data and the strength it got, the close was predominantly good for the auto index. Because of that, the profit booking also may be weighed on. Anyhow, the stocks like Hero Motocorp, TVS Motor, Maruti Suzuki, Motherson International kind of stocks can be expected to outperform the market, even though there will be any profit booking under the auto stocks. So after that, banking, finance would be very strongly expected to impact the market's move, particularly if it is on the downside. These 2 sectors will be weighing very, very high. And metals would be a pivotal kind of actions expected from that metal sector. See, if it is continuously moving up, This would be the bridge for that. And if it is trying to get the market is get the chances for drifting down based on the resistance level rejection and support levels breakdown, the metal sector would be the first one to attract the selling. So this is the way it will pivotally give the chance for the traders. And then IT in a mixed way, one can expect the trades, energy, and the public sector enterprises also on the list to attract the trading activities. Along with that, the stocks, which includes the business update from the company side, the news other than that, along with the technical behavior based ones. Starting with Bajaj Finance, Vedanta Limited, Bank of Baroda, Coal India, Bank of India, Dixon Technologies, Ujjivan Finance Bank, Smart Finance Bank, and IDBI Bank. So all the banks actually coming out from the business update side. Punjab National Bank as well, Equitas Small Finance Bank, Bandhan Bank. See how many are almost 60 to 70% of stock we have listed here based on the business update that are all are banks. So make use of it. Don't forget to keep the stop loss since the volatility is expected to escalate based on the geopolitical tensions and US tariff actions discussions. Along with the technically, the markets are at the peak. If it is trying to form the top, there onwards one should be noted that the volatility will be increasing with a downward manner. So make a note of it. Today is also we have mentioned about a cautiously positive stance only. So don't think it would be on the free hand to move further on further high. So it would be a very, very cautious way the markets would be approaching. However, the level strategies would be helping you all to take an informed decision on trading once you follow the behavior based outcome what we provided. So thank you for participating in today's pre-market outlook session. Have everyone a fruitful trading day today. Thank you. Bye.